Good morning, everybody. It's third Saturday in October. Off the Tailgate with Tman. Tcarp's going to be putting up something a little later on. He's working. So let's get into the show. You know, after this game, someone's going to be 5-2. As number 11 Tennessee faces number 7 Alabama, both standing at 5-1. It's known as the third Saturday in October, and we have fan reactions of the Tennessee win over Florida in overtime. I asked the fans what was their take on the Florida game, and do they think Tennessee will beat Alabama? And what's Tennessee's chances of making the playoffs? It's pretty evident that the loser of this game is out of the playoffs. Well, Tennessee's hopes will be out if they lose this game. In 1998, Tennessee won the first BCS championship game and has not been in the game since. They've never been in the 14 playoff, and this is the first year of the 12-team playoff. Bama, on the other hand, have won 6 national championships from 2009 to 2020. They have either played or been a contender in every playoff of the 14 playoff. They have been in every game, either contending to play or got eliminated. They've had something to do with either the SEC championship, either losing or winning it, and been in that 14 playoff. To say Tennessee is a stranger to the playoff era is an understatement. Tennessee's defense is playing championship level. The offense is outside of Dylan Sampson is an embarrassment. It appears that the sports talk writers and all are turned against Tennessee's offense. Tennessee, because they've hyped up Nico and Tennessee's high-powered offense all year, and now that Tennessee is not doing well, and they feel like they've been betrayed, and they feel embarrassed in what they've done. They talked Nico up all year, and Heupel's high-powered offense, and last 3 games from the Oklahoma game, Arkansas, and of course the win over Florida in overtime. Offense has just been embarrassment. And so the writers are saying that they don't think Tennessee can make the playoffs. Defense deserves a whole lot better than this. So we'll see what takes place in this game. This is known as the third Saturday in October. Tennessee is going for their 40th win over Alabama and holds more wins over Alabama than any other team. This is known as the cigar game, and the cigar smoke will fill Neyland Stadium at the end of this game, one way or the other. Neyland faced Bryant 7 times, and he never lost a game. Pride and playoff hopes are on the line, and let's get the fans' reaction. Kevin, his take on the Florida game, that this is the first time in a long time that we've won back-to-back home games against Florida. And he believes that Tennessee beats Bama, and the playoffs, if Tennessee loses, if they win against Bama, even if they lose against Georgia, if they take care of business the rest of the season, they will be in the playoffs, which is dead on. That's a positive take, and Kevin said the truth there. I mean, I'll take a win any time, and the win over Florida back-to-back, I can't remember a time that we beat them home field back-to-back. It's been a long time. Chip Payne says that if Tennessee off his line doesn't get fixed, they're going to get Nico hurt. Well, that's true. and it's evident. We see him getting sacked. We see him strip ball fumbles from defensive lineman getting to him. Our offensive line is just, I don't know what the problem is, but it's awful. And he believes that if we don't get that fixed, that we're going to get Nico hurt. Let's hope that we get it fixed and hope we don't get Nico hurt, but he's telling the truth. He feels that Tennessee has a 50-50 chance to beat Bama, which Bama has their own problems, and that is true. But Bama is Bama. He believes that this is a playoff elimination game, and, well, it is. One of these teams will probably be eliminated from playoffs because they've got a schedule that be hard for them to play, win out. And he said, by the way, that Dylan Sampson is playing lights out. Well, boys, he is definitely keeping us in games, and he is definitely our best player. Seth Stokes, love old Seth, and he's a pro at this, and I really appreciate him contributing to our channel. And thank you, Seth, to all of you fans. I appreciate you. He will take any win over the Gators. Well, I agree 100% there. We all hate playing Florida, and there are nemesis, as they say. It was good to see the bad coaching on the opposite sideline work in our favor for a change. Well, I believe that too. Our coach kind of kept us in their game. He did some bonehead moves on the opposite side, and that's good to see the opposing coaches doing it, not us. He feels that Bama's game is a playoff elimination game, and I'd also believe the same thing. Big Orange Mac. How you doing, Mac? I appreciate you sending in comments and being part of our show. Big Orange Mac, he said Florida game, the O-line, and bad clock management. This has to be fixed. Well, anybody who's been watching us play knows he hit it dead on. We've had poor clock management. Offensive line has just been awful. They've been offensive line either holding, false start, too far downfield. It's been a thorn in our side, and it's got to get fixed. This week's game is going to be a dogfight. The offensive play has us, he feels like 9-3. He said we're playing at 9-3, and if we don't take care of business against Kentucky and Vandy, it could be worse. And he's basically saying, what playoff? Well, that's true. I mean, Vandy's playing. You've been watching anything in the SEC? Vandy beat Bama. Vandy's playing lights out. They beat Kentucky. They have given a game or two away. They've got a quarterback that's really playing and really keeping in and playing exciting ball. Vandy, for the first time and what I can remember, is not a give-me game. Scott, North Carolina. Scott, I hope everything's going good over in North Carolina and all the ones that got flooded, like in Upper East Tennessee. I hope things are getting better up there. We've been praying for you and have you in our prayers. Scott says Florida was a struggle, and the team never quite got in the sync. He said it was a struggle for our team, and we never quite got into the game. He said our defense is elite, and if we can get the O-line fixed, we can beat Bama, and we'll be in the playoffs. Well, I think that's pretty much the nutshell. If our offensive line and offense don't get fixed, no matter who we're playing, it's going to be a struggle. And then if we don't have more than Dylan Sampson, and he gets hurt, or, they stop him, we're in trouble. So the offense, it's all lays on the offense's shoulders. Defense, man, I'm proud of them. And they deserve a whole lot better than what they're receiving. Andy says what everybody else is saying. We have to protect Nico. And Milrose, we got to keep him on his back. Milrose is key to their offense. If we don't contain him, sack him, and keep him in the pocket and on his back, it's hard for him to complete a pass if he's on his back. He can't run if he's on his back. We have got to sack him and sack him often. Third down play is going to be crucial in this game. We have got to win third downs on offensive and defensive. Brent says that the Florida game is the defense was outstanding. He brings up a point here, which I about forgot in all the clutter. He said the fumble on the goal line was big. How big was that to get that fumble on the 1 yard line that they was about to go in and score? They took the ball from their end of the field all the way down to ours, and the defense get a big play, a fumble, and a turnover, and kept them from scoring. That was huge. Offense come through. The offense did come through in overtime. Yes, we seen a glimmer of hope in overtime. Brent's worried about Milrose running ability. Well, we covered that, and we all had better be worried about it. The defense better be worried about that and contain him, as we've done talked about. If we win, we make the playoffs. Well, we've all kind of went there. Scripture this week is Isaiah 51st chapter, first verse says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet." You know, Coach DeBoer, Alabama's new coach, he's going to find out this week that he's not in Washington no more. I want to hope everybody out there is safe, and go Vols, and